Tila hati ang Armed Forces of the Philippines pagdating sa bruhaha sa mga celebrities ni Southern Luzon Command Chief Lieutenant General Antonio Parlade Jr. Ang Commission on Human Rights nababahala dahil baka raw mauwi ito sa harassment at red tagging. Here's Richard Hidarian.
Pagdating sa conspiracy theories, the past few years have been very colorful under President Rodrigo Duterte. Naalala niyo ba yung controversial matrix ng mga destabilizers laban kay Pangulong Duterte? Not to mention yung Red October plot daw na laban kay Pangulong Duterte kung saan nagsasama-sama daw yung mga liberal at mga komunista to bring down the populist strongman in Malacanang. Now, with the full force implementation of anti-terror law, lumabas na nga yung implementing rules and regulation niya, mukhang conspiracy theories are once again gaining pace. In particular, red tagging or red baiting. At pati nga, mga celebrities ngayon, nare-red tag din. Ayon sa Supreme Court, red tagging refers to, quote, the act of labeling, branding, naming, and accusing individuals and or organizations of being left-leaning, subversives, communists, or terrorists as a form of strategy by state agents, particularly law enforcement agencies and the military, against those perceived to be threats or enemies of the state. Now, this advent of red tagging is quite ironic because President Duterte himself is a self-proclaimed socialist. Pero alam natin since second half of 2017, medyo nag-disintegrate yung peace negotiations with the communist rebels. And earlier this year, the president called for total decimation of the communist rebels when he was speaking to the military. So before the end of his term in 2022, President Duterte wants to decimate the communist movement. And that kind of mindset has encouraged some more hardline and controversial elements within the state institutions, including in our security services. Gladly, the adults in the room have stepped in. Kasama dyan, Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana. Ayon naman sa AFP spokesman General Arevalo, we're not yet saying that certain celebrities are a member of NPA, but we are worried that she and her genuine advocacies may just be used by some sectors with reported links to the underground movement. Nonetheless, human rights groups have been up in arms. Para sa kanila, irresponsible and reckless itong mga red tagging na yan, and this could have very negative ramification, especially with the implementation of the anti-terror law, which seems to have a very vague definition of what constitutes terrorism or insurrection or acts of treason against the government. Now, we know that the essence of democracy is to be able to express your convictions and your political conscience without fear of negative ramifications when it comes to your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And what red tagging and conspiracy theories and Matrix and Red October plot and all sorts of conspiracy theories do is that they scare people and they hamper our ability to have a free and democratic discourse in our country. And this is just going to make it worse when it comes to suspicions that the anti-terror law could be weaponized against any critique of the administration or anyone with political conscience. That's why red tagging is an affront to our democracy and basic human rights. Ako po si Richard Hidarian. Stand with us, stand for truth.